Hi there, I'm Motsan. I'd like to show you a trick using just one coin. I'll start by producing a coin from thin air. I'll use this coin. Watch closely. I slowly close it in my hand and blow on it. You can't see it yet, but I'll hold it again and count 3, 2, 1. And there is the coin. Now, I'll use this coin to do another trick. Watch it closely. It appeared out of thin air, but if I wave my hand over the coin, it disappears. Where did it go? Well, it's right here. I hold it in my hand and count 1, 2, 3, and the coin comes back. Let's take this a step further. I hold it in my hand, blow on it, the coin comes back. I'll do it again. Hold it in my hand, rub it on my elbow, and it comes off the other one. Again, hold it, rub it, it's gone, and it comes off the other elbow. But what you don't notice is that it changes to my watch. Let's go through the explanation for the one coin routine. We need just two things. One is this watch. As you can see, my watch has a leather band. The other item is a regular coin. So these are the two items that I use for my one coin routine. And I can do this for table hopping as well. Here's what you need to prepare. Starting with the watch, we're going to steal this for the climax. But you need to prepare the watch. What you need to do is adjust the buckle so that the pin goes in the second hole from the bottom. Now, I put the pin in the second hole from the bottom because what you're going to do is you're going to bend up the band and dislodge the pin. If you wear the belt too tight with the pin in the third or fourth hole, it might catch on one of the lower holes when you try to bend it off. And if that happens, you can't take the watch off. So to be on the safe side, I put it in the second hole from the bottom. Now I'll explain the first production. You start with the coin finger palmed in the hand wearing the watch. Now you talk about grabbing a coin out of the air with your left hand, which has the finger palm coin and is also wearing the watch. Now pretend to put the coin in your empty hand and a moment later open it. Of course there's nothing there, but pretend the coin is right here. Now you're going to pass the coin in finger palm position to this hand. Here's how it looks. Grab, hold, not yet, pick up, put it back. The hand looks empty and I pick up the imaginary coin and put it back in my right hand. These are the movements I use to produce the coin. That's why you want to pretend there really is a coin here. And then you count down to 3. Look at your watch and count down 3, 2, 1. Open your hand and the coin appears. These are the movements I use to produce the coin. Now I'll explain the coin vanish. For this vanish, I wanted it to look like a vanish using the Raven gimmick, but I wanted to do it with sleight of hand. This is how it looks. I just wave my hand and the coin disappears. It looks like this. So to learn how I'm making this coin disappear, I'll show you from the side. I'm holding the coin in thumb palm position. Now to get it in thumb palm, you need to put the coin at the base of your index finger. This is where you put the coin. This is really important. You need to leave a little gap between the coin and the surface of your index finger, and that allows you to lever up the coin. Now, this is how it levers up. When you push here, it tips up. This is very important. To get it in thumb palm position, you're going to tip up the edge of the coin near you. like this. As for your left hand, you don't want your thumb to move too much when it palms the coin. So your thumb, you want to keep the fingers of your hand still, and this is how it looks from the front. Try to keep your hand still as you wave it over your right hand. In my case, I like to keep my thumb close to my hand, closed like this. So now I'll do it for you. Remember, the coin has to tilt up, like this. The base of the forefinger of your left hand comes down on the corresponding spot of the right hand and tilts the coin up and thumb palms it. Now, you can't show your palms to the audience, so you need to move this thumb palm coin to the back of your hand near the watch. This move looks like this. I'll show you from this angle. The coin starts in thumb palm position. You curl your index finger in and push the coin back between your thumb and your hand. It's like doing the perfect vanish. The coin slides from here along here, right under the watch band. You need to do this with a little speed. Again, this is what it should look like. Now, I know a lot of you are intimidated about sliding the coin behind your hand, but having the watch here actually helps you. Here's what I mean. Even if you push the coin with a little force, your watch band acts as a stop. So even if you lose a little force, the watch band will keep the coin from falling off your wrist. It should stay right here. Now, here's a little finesse that you can use to emphasize your hand is empty. Because the coin is held in place by the watch band, you can slightly turn your hand at the wrists, like this. Using this, you sync the audience's impression that the coin has really vanished. Just give it a slight turn. This is really convincing. So now that the coin has vanished, we have to make it reappear. So we resume from here. The coin is here. We're going to secretly drop the coin into this hand. Here's how it looks. So first it disappears, we disappear it. And now with my other hand that doesn't hold the coin, I grab something out of the air and I pretend to take it with my other hand. And as I do this, I'm going to drop this coin, like this. This coin doesn't have to land in any palm position, like finger palm or classic palm. It just needs to land in your hand. This is what it looks like. The coin can fall anywhere. It doesn't matter, it just needs to look like this. Now, the coin will fall in different places, so just don't worry about that. Disappeared. Take the coin, disappear it, and drop it back in this hand. Now the coin is in the other hand. If it was here, you drop it, and now it's in this hand. Let the audience follow your imaginary coin. Throw it into your hand, look at your watch, and count down from 3 again. 3, 2, 1. Open your right hand and produce the coin again. Let me show you that at speed. The coin disappears. Here it is in the air. Right here. Grab it, throw it in the other hand, and wait 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And the coin reappears. This part is a little difficult, so give it the practice it needs. It'll really fool the people in front of you. Okay, now I'll explain the last part of this one coin routine. This is where we steal the watch for the climax. To hide the action of stealing the watch, we're going to create a small effect. I use a transposition. In the first part of the routine, I vanish the coin and produce it. Then I talk about taking this a step further. Now, as I do this, I do a retention pass and show the coin is moved from hand to hand. Notice that I do this with the hand wearing the watch. Now, I'm left-handed, so after the retention vanish, I make the coin reappear in the hand that's wearing the watch. So really, I just do a retention vanish to make it look like a transposition. Now I offer to do it one more time. This is where we prepare the buckle. Now, the buckle is still engaged. So here's what you do. So I do one retention pass and make the coin transfer back. Then I drop the coin in my right hand, like this. And now I offer to do the transposition again and pretend to pick up the coin. This is actually a fake pickup. To make this convincing, tilt the coin towards the audience just a little bit. It looks like you picked up the coin. Pretend to pick up the coin and rub your hand on your elbow. The coin disappears like this. Now this is when I'm releasing the buckle of my watch band. This is what it looks like. I do the transfer and offer to do it again. I rub the coin on my elbow, and as I'm doing that, I release the buckle, like this. I rub the elbow, and as I show the coin has disappeared, I'm dislodging the pin here. I'm bending the band back on this part of my forearm. As you can see, the pin is partly out now, so I turn my wrist back to dislodge it, right out of the hole. I turn back in the opposite direction. Now this makes it easy to remove the watch. Now the key to doing this is determining whether you've really dislodged the pin. What you need to do is turn your wrist back after you've bent the band. You point it you turn it in that direction. This action here. Dislodge it and then turn it back. This makes it easy to remove the watch. I'll do it again so you can see. First, hold the coin, blow, and it goes to my other hand. Repeat, but rub the coin into my elbow and it appears from my other elbow. Release the buckle. The pin is already disengaged. Like this. Now the buckle is loose. Now, since this is loose, if I turn my hand over, the watch will fall off. So you need to keep your hand steady. Keep the watch facing up. So the weight, you want to balance that so that it's always up. And now you do the opposite movement. You do a retention vanish and rub your left elbow with your right hand. show the coin has disappeared, open this hand and continue to steal the watch. You do this as you cross your arms by moving your left hand to your right elbow and produce the coin from there. During this movement, you palm the watch. I'll do it again. I'm releasing the buckle here and producing the coin from this elbow. I do it again, but this time I rub the coin in this elbow, steal the watch, and produce it from my other elbow. I palm it behind these movements. The key to this sequence is to make sure that you dislodge the buckle. After a little practice, you'll be able to tell whether the buckle has dislodged or not. If you can feel the pin catch on your skin, you know that the buckle has been dislodged. Now, a little bit about watch bands. Right now I'm using a leather band, but I started doing this with a cloth watch band. As long as it has a buckle like this, it'll work. I've tried this with leather, cloth, and silicone rubber, like on a G-Shock. Once it's released, stealing it isn't a problem. So you may have to find the watch that works best for you. So, rubbing my elbow makes the coin disappear, then it comes out the other elbow. Take this coin, rub it in the other elbow, and produce it from the other elbow. This is the movement. Now, we're going to produce the watch. I talk about what the audience doesn't realize and go into a spellbound change. I reveal the face of the watch, and then I pull the watch band flat. It looks like the coin changed into some sort of an object, and as I pull on the watch band, it becomes clear. I know this is difficult at first, but if you practice enough, it will become smooth, so I hope you'll give it a try. Now I'll explain the toss vanish. Appearance is everything when it comes to the toss vanish. I did this in the performance, but I'll show you a regular toss vanish, like this. There are several points about how I do my toss vanish. First, the receiving hand is very important. With the regular toss vanish, it looks like you toss the coin into your empty hand. What I do is, I close my fingers like this. And I leave my thumb away from the fingers. So, the fingers are closed. And then I close my hand into a very loose fist. And I'm forming a ring with my thumb and finger like this. We're going to make it look like we're dropping the coin through this hole. That's how it should look. Now for the toss. Hold the coin in your left hand, finger palm position. This allows you to turn your hand over without changing the way your hand looks. This coin is in finger palm position. Now your other hand is in a loose fist, as I explained earlier. You're going to pretend to drop the coin into this hole. Now here's a little tip. Rather than opening your receiving hand, lift your thumb up like this. Just a little bit. Both of these movements now happen at the same time. Now here's another tip. Your thumb is going to pretend to pull the coin off like this. If you do it like this, it looks like you've taken the coin or the object in your hand. This is what it looks like at speed. Like this. You can do this with almost any object. A solid object gives a stronger illusion. For instance, this ball. Hold it in finger palm position. And remember, your receiving hand doesn't open up, you just lift your thumb up. Like this. Pretend to pull it into your left hand. Even if you do it slowly, the illusion looks very good. This works the same way. You can use this with a sponge ball or something a little bigger. And you can use any size coin too. Try it with anything. These motions make it look like the object really went into your hand. Watch from this angle, again with the coin. Remember, the hand doesn't open up that much. Tilt it up a little bit and raise your thumb. At speed, like this ball, it should look like this, like you really took the object. It's pretty good with the angles too, like this. So that's the explanation for my toss vanish. I hope you give it a try. Now I'll explain a variation to the toss vanish. This is a mix between a toss vanish and a retention vanish. Earlier I talked about dropping the coin through the ring. I formed this ring with my thumb and finger. In this method, the image of tossing the coin is a little stronger. It really looks like you throw the coin. Here's the explanation. There's a type of retention vanish where your thumb pulls the coin in like this. Basically, that's the motion we're doing in this variation. You're going to pull in with your thumb, but at a different angle. Normally it's this angle. But in this variation, the coin goes from top to bottom like this. Now, you do this as you make the tossing action. Watch me do it slowly. The receiving hand is the same as before. It only opens a little bit. Also, you want to hold the coin like this. The edge of the coin rests on the second joint of your first finger. Your thumb only covers a third of the coin, like this. It looks like this. Now you just pull the coin in like this. It should look like this. Your receiving hand comes up, this hand tosses the coin in, and it looks like the coin gets tossed in. From the front, again, hold it in position, toss it in, and it looks like it was tossed in. To make the illusion stronger, you want to show the audience both sides of the coin. When I do it, I actually toss the coin between my hands a few times like this. And then I tilt the coin until the audience can see the other side of the coin with my thumb on it. The larger the motion of this throwing action here, the stronger the illusion. This part here. Now I'll do it like this. Now, since we're pretending to throw the coin in, the receiving hand needs to act like it's holding something a little heavier, re-gripping the coin. It needs to sell the illusion. And you do that by re-gripping the coin, like this. From this side, and from this side. So there is a little knack to it, but if you practice in front of a mirror, eventually you'll find the right timing of both hands where it really looks like the coin is being thrown in. So keep practicing until you find that timing.